We enter the second quarter. Here from Matamid Field, Charlie Benami and Tom Verdi. Adelphi up 3-1. As it's a face-off win for Molloy, something they struggled to do in the first quarter. Malagris came in to replace Pazienza on the Molloy Fogo.
Yeah, he's an impressive freshman out of Riverhead. Hasn't taken nearly as many face-offs as Pazienza, but still 124 face-offs taken and winning almost 64%. So very impressive numbers for the freshman.
That was a big thing for Molloy. They really didn't have anybody besides Pazienza. And with the rule change this year where if you have a violation on your face-off man, another face-off guy's to come in for the next one, they needed some depth there. Brian Green lets it fly, misses high. And they're going to say that's a shot clock reset to 60. Adelphi scored the first three, but was held scoreless for the last 7.5 minutes of the first quarter. Luke Hickam bounces one. Rebound out in front. Unable to control it. That would have been a point-blank opportunity for Jake Taylor, the junior, one of 4 Taylor brothers on this Molloy team. He's a Wingate transfer. One of 4 Wingate transfers on this Molloy team. So even though they were transfers, Coach Dunn mentioned how they had some chemistry with each other, and that really helped integrate them into this team.
Yeah, a lot of guys who he said basically didn't start or play a ton always at Wingate, but just, of course, being in practice, snapping the ball around, knowing each other, that had some chemistry. Of course, he said the Taylor brothers, they've been playing together their whole lives, so that already
Don't
comes
have to worry about chemistry there.
A lot of built-in chemistry there, so it's really turned into a real solid attack unit for Molloy this season.
Stands have really filled out with 2 Long Island teams. Tom, you mentioned it before the game, about 98% of these rosters are from Long Island, so a lot of fans here on both sides, making for a very fun atmosphere. Looking to go low to high, having it knocked away was Kyle Lewis. In transition, it's Liam Taylor. He has it knocked away by Denellen. Face plants, and that's going to be, looks like a cross check.
Yeah, we'll see if they get a cross check or a push. Curious to see what the signal will be. Yeah, it looks like a 30-second technical push here, so not too bad of a time to have to kill off here, but this is special teams. This battle, I think, is certainly going to be one to watch. This Molloy team can definitely score it, tied for 4th in the country in man-up goals this season, and quite frankly, for Adelphi, special teams haven't been one of their strengths, and for a team as good as they are, you know, that's pretty rare for them to be lacking on both the man-up and man-down units.
And Coach Purdy was a little he didn't really know how to explain it. He said it's not for lack of trying, and they have the talent, but just hasn't worked out that way. Molloy going around the horn. And that's a takeaway. Great play by Ryan Durnan. Durnan all-conference 3rd team the last 2 seasons. Dylan Renner out of the goal, passes up ahead. It's Bauer in transition.
Durnan was a little bit banged up earlier this season, and they are very happy to have him back and healthy. And Reese Bauer was effectively playing LSM during those games where he was out, and now they can keep Bauer down low, and they've got Durnan back on the field.
Denellen at X. Spinning around, he's got Dankenbrink on him. Really been impressed by Dankenbrink today, guarding some of the best offensive players in the country. Pass to the slot. Durnan rips it, bounces off Michaels and goes in. Make it a hat trick, Michael Durnan. It's 4-1 Adelphi.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Michaels because, as he said, it looked like he got a chunk of that one and somehow trickled off of him, maybe off the inside of the post or just inside that post and in the back of the net. So probably one that he'll want to have back just because of how much of the ball he still got a chunk of, but really hot start for Durnan. And again, he's been playing his best lacrosse over these last few weeks, and they want these guys peaking as we head into the NCAA tournament. That's exactly what Michael Durnan's been doing.
Lions win their second face-off of the second quarter. Down 4-1, really struggling to generate any clean offense. Jack Herslinger, the lone goal, the former Adelphi Panther.
Another one for Malagris as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe he can get a foothold in this game.
McLean had it ricochet off his stick. He regains, gives it up to D'Amato. Second line midi unit in for Molloy.
Yeah, and again, this is the unit that got the goal with Herzlinger earlier. D'Amato's had a couple of goals, both in the NE10 final, I think, and in the NCAA tournament as well. This unit's been playing well for them.
Herzlinger at the point. Passes to GLE, finds McLean. McLean gets a screen from Taylor. Cycling around, spinning. Getting checked by Bauer. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Molloy hasn't taken one on this offensive possession. Herzlinger setting a screen. Shovel shot misses away. Chased by Herzlinger, 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
Going to have to be something quick here. Maybe a quick dodge and try to move it, get it quick.
Going to need to be a long shot, it looks like. D'Amato passes away, and that's just not great awareness of the shot clock there. Have to know that you need to put up a shot in that situation. And that was just no way to sugarcoat it. That is not the type of offensive possession that Bill Dunn is looking for.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, obviously the shots from long range, those are the ones that Adelphi is very comfortable giving up with Renner in behind them. So perhaps they wanted to feed something closer to goal, but as you said, with the way the time was ticking down, I mean, it was going to take something really special on a pass to get it quickly at goal. Probably better off just sending that one on net.
Vincent McDermott. Transfer from Hofstra in his first year. Sets a screen. Pass out. Balco missed it. And that's going to trickle out of bounds. Molloy ball.
Yeah, so we saw McLeod, of course, the LSM, picking up Lewis. Lewis trying to feed Balco and just didn't quite come off for Adelphi.
Liam Taylor, adept in transition. He gives it off to Nick Tajani. Another capable midfielder, not in the first unit. Taylor whips it to Diliberto. Now it's the unit of Diliberto, Green, and Corcoran on the midfield. A bouncing shot knocked away by Renner. He lost it for a second and almost rolled into the goal. Dylan Renner has just been so good today. And you can't really expect much else. Last year's National Player of the Year, 3-time NE10 Goalkeeper of the Year. As that's a pass in front and a sidewinding goal. Gavin Herzog spins and puts it in. It's 5-1 Adelphi.
Yeah, and again, Adelphi finding that little bit of a soft spot in the zone against Molloy, and there's been a few times where they've been able to exploit it and find that man kind of hiding out in the center. And for Herzog, he didn't have any goals all year. Now he's got 2 in the NCAA tournament. Had one against Georgian Court, has another one here against Molloy. So what a time for him to step up and come up with some big goals for this Panthers team.
Makes it a 4-goal lead as Malagris wins his 3rd straight. He's been a really nice boost to them. You expected it to be Pazienza, but again, having multiple guys is never a bad thing, and right now Bill Dunn riding the hot hand has kind of been the only successful part of this second quarter, a quarter that Molloy has allowed 2 goals and scored none and has looked a little lost offensively.
Of course, yeah, and inevitably some face-off guys are going to match up better against others, right? So maybe one guy has the quick move, one guy has kind of the clamp move or different kind of styles, and right now Malagris winning.
That's a fire from Corcoran, and he puts it in. Big response from Molloy. Tommy Corcoran buries one. Just tucked it under the crossbar. It's 5-2.
And I give credit to the officials as well, because this is not an easy call to make with that ball seemingly bouncing down off the bar and beyond the goal line, I guess, before spinning back out. And it's very hard, I think, for the officials to sometimes make that call, but the official felt like he had a good view of it. He made the call early and stuck to his guns there.
And that's another face-off win from Malagris. 4 straight in the second quarter. He's won all 4 that he's come out for. And timeout's going to be called by Bill Dunn. Molloy trying to capture the momentum. They're down 5-2 here at Matamid Field. We will be right back.